big card this weekend. Israel Adesanya taking on Yoel Romero. Adesanya. Man, this is a fucking awesome fight. Awesome fight. The ball's on Israel Adesanya to call out Yoel Romero. To me, I mean, Yoel is just. I went back and watched all of his highlights, from his run at middleweight, and that dude is just scary. Anyone that fights him, you're going to be on suspension for 6 months. You're more than likely never going to be the same again. For Izzy to go out of his way and call out Yoel, and if he's able to pull it off, man, my respect for Israel Adesanya is going to go through the roof. What did you think about the call out of Yoel when he really didn't have to? Honestly, he could have waited for Paulo Costa, but I think Israel's just trying to cement his legacy. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so 2 thoughts on this. Number one, everyone thinks that the traditional contrast in the UFC is striker versus grappler. I'm here to tell you that the original contrast in the UFC is skinny, tall guy against short, stocky guy. And that's what we got this weekend, which is it's almost an all-time version of that, where it's like these guys could not appear any different. As far as the call-out goes, look, Paulo Costa's injured. He's clearly the number 1 contender at middleweight. And the only 2 guys to beat Yoel in that cage are Whitaker and Costa. And there's a large segment of the fan base that believes that Romero beat both of those guys. So if you're Israel, this is clearly the guy that you call out because he's the guy who gives you the most clout at the end of the day. And you're the middleweight champion. You're going to have to fight an absolute killer. Like, that's your job now. Like, you get to fight killer after killer, 5 rounds apiece until somebody knocks you out or takes your belt. And so as far as, like, you just got to stack the guys who will give you the most respect with the fan base, build your star. And right now, of the guys who are healthy, it's Yoel Romero. Plain and simple.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, like you said, both of those, the Rob Whitaker, I mean, really both times, and then the Paulo Costa fight, in my mind, those could have gone to Yoel easy. And, I mean, no one's been able to just go in there and blow through Yoel. Like I said, anyone he fights is going to come out with damage. This is a big stage for Izzy. If he can get in there and put on a smooth performance, not get hurt, pick Yoel apart, this is really I think it's going to boost his popularity, worldwide, but most importantly in the United States. So this is his first title, or the pay-per-view he's going to headline in the United States. This is a giant stage for him. And to do it against a guy like Yoel Romero, I mean, this is a very, very big fight. What do you think this does for Izzy's legacy if he's able to get a win against a guy like Yoel Romero?
To me, this is so reminiscent of when McGregor fought Chad Mendes. It's like everybody's saying this is the guy, this is the real champ. This is the guy who, is a kryptonite. He's got the style to beat him. McGregor had already kind of solidified his stardom in his hometown when he fought in Dublin, and it kind of like built that Irish fan base. And I think Izzy's really done that in like Australia, New Zealand with beating Rob. I think he's a huge star there.
Well, and he's fought there how many times? 3 or 4 times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is the fight for me that solidifies, like, this is Izzy's division if he wins this. I mean, he will have now beaten the 2 toughest middleweights of the past 5 years.
Right.
And he can really start stacking title defenses at that point or chasing other belts and solidifying that he is an all-time great at MMA.